besides the view, which is in this case a premium view. I mean, look at this. You have the perfect view on the Lotte Tower. Love Asian households because that's where you keep your shoes. And the coolest thing I think is that Dream Hall has a convenience store, GS25, right next to it. Everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia, and today I'm going to tell you everything about the dormitory at the Konkuk University in Seoul, South Korea. First things first, there are multiple dormitories, and dormitories are separate for only men and only women. So from what I know, there are no dormitories where there's going to be mixed genders. Generally, no one is allowed to go inside except for family members, which you have to apply for at the office that is responsible for dormitories. So yeah, that is one thing. I was an exchange student at Konkuk University, and from what I know, most exchange students, and kind of all of the ones that I know, all the female ones, were at Dream Hall, and I think all the male ones were on the opposite side. I don't know what the name is. I think all of the dormitories end with hall, so there's Dream Hall and then there are other ones. The map where you can see all of the halls. I actually didn't know this. Okay, so there's a Dream Hall, Lake Hall, Frontier Hall, Vision Hall, Global Hall. Okay, as you can see, so this is the Dream Hall. This is the Frontier Hall. It's also for girls, I believe. And then right next to this is the Global Hall for guys, and the Vision Hall also for guys. Dream Hall is actually really nice because really close by to other buildings. So this is Dream Hall. This whole building is Dream Hall, only for girls. And then right next to Dream Hall, there's a convenience store. Right next to Dream Hall, we have the cafeteria. And then right next to the cafeteria, through that door, is the admission office. Let me walk you through every single step and everything I know. Let's start from the beginning. You arrive where the office is. I think it's called the admission office. I'm not entirely sure. Is where you're going to pick up your personal dormitory card. They also, depending on the semester you're coming, they're going to give you a cover for the mattress. They got some pillows and a blanket that you could buy or rent. But during the semester I came, I had to bring those things myself. So a lot of exchange students went to some kind of mall and bought their own blankets and pillows. I actually took a really old one I had from home so that I could immediately throw it away once my semester is over. Now, you got the card, you got the flyer about everything about the dormitory. They recommend you to get the app, and the reason for that is the next topic, curfew times. When I was living in the dorm, there were curfew times. It went until 1 a.m. So after 1 a.m., if you have not returned back into the dorm, you're going to get 2 penalty points. Depends on what you did, you're gonna get a specific amount of penalty points. If you collected too many penalty points, you're not allowed to apply for another semester at a dormitory. For everyone else that is staying there for 1 semester, it doesn't really matter if you act according to the curfew times. I'm not exactly sure how many times you can apply for staying out beyond 1 a.m., but it was really often, and you do that over the website of the dormitory or over the app they recommend you to get. And the way they register it is that they have this card, and there's this boundary, there's this like cross over into the dormitory. So you tap your personal dorm card onto it, the gates open, and you can walk through. And that's how you get into the building. In this case, the Dream Hall. Now, point number 3, a little bit about how it looks inside of the Dream Hall of the dormitory building. You get through the crossing thingy, and that's where the elevators are. And if you go a little bit further, you have the microwaves. At Dream Hall, you don't have a kitchen, so all you have is a microwave, and there are multiple ones on the first level and on the highest level. I think it was 12th floor. So when it gets really crowded on the first floor, which is really popular, the place to microwave your food, then I would definitely recommend going to the 12th floor. Even though it only has 2 microwaves, it's usually not that crowded. And next to the microwaves, we have the mail room, and that is important for the ones that need to apply for example, health insurance. That's where you get your bills. Next to the mail room, we have the laundry room. When I was there, you needed to have an app where you put money on your account, and with that, you were able to wash your laundry for quite cheap, 1,500 won or 2,000 won. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if they still have the app. I assume so. And now it's time to get on the elevator and go to your floor. I was on the 5th floor, and on each floor before the elevators there is an area for trash, and you have to separate your trash. You can see all of that when you're there, and each floor more or less looks the same except for the 12th one, where there's also an area where you can microwave your food. Another cool thing about the dormitory is that usually you cannot drink tap water here, but every floor in a dormitory has a little water dispenser, which also gives you not only really cold water but also boiling hot water. So this way you can actually save money, and it's also very convenient and easy. I'm going to show you how a shared room looks like at Dream Hall. So you walk towards your room and you take your personal dorm card and you place it where the doorknob is, and you get into your dorm room. This is usually how the rooms look like, so very symmetrical. Everything looks the same on this side as on this side. So basically you have the mattress, the bed, and then also for storage you have 3 of those. They're like equally the same size. Each room also has Wi-Fi. Then right next to the bed you have some shelves. We have this chair, your own table, and also each room has a tiny fridge. So this is the size of the fridge, and then what you see here, that's the tiniest little freezer department, but you have one. And if you want to store something and want to keep it safe, there's also a little department here where you can actually lock it and then also take the keys with you. Besides the view, which is in this case a premium view, I mean, look at this. You have the perfect view on the Lotte Tower, even the stadium all the way back. It looks really pretty, but obviously not all rooms look the same, don't have the same view. If you're on the opposite side, you will probably look into other dormitories, I believe. This is actually not my room. Our room is like full, but I found this room that is empty, so I wanted to show it to you. This is where you regulate the heating and if it gets too hot. So this is for the AC, and I think this is for the floor heating. So right in the middle we have the AC right here. Now to the closet side, this is how it looks. You have a very small mirror in the middle, and this is for one person and this is for the other person. So this is how it looks like. Not very big. The same thing goes with this one. It also has the same space. Love Asian households because that's where you keep your shoes, so you can keep the floor in here all clean and tidy. This storage is where you can put your shoes in. You can also put other things in, like for example toilet paper or cleaning products. And in order for the whole room to work, as an AC to run, the lights to keep on being turned on, you have to put your little dormitory card in here. So there's one for you and one for your roommate. It also makes a small little sound from which you know when it's turned on or turned off. Now I showed you the closet side on this side. On the opposite side we have the beds, and now let me show you the bathroom. So we have the toilet here. We have a pretty big mirror here, and then also some storage where you can leave your toothbrush and so on in here. Now if we turn around, right here is the shower space. Also, by the way, everyone has these really big luggages. What we usually do is that we squeeze them up here, and it actually is enough space for 2 suitcases. And yes, this is the dormitory room. A lot of people put their little pictures and a lot of other like art stuff on the wall, and then it usually looks really like personalized and homey and very pretty. Now let's also look at the buildings outside of Dream Hall. We got the restaurant right next to the Dream Hall where you get pretty cheap meals. And then there's also a cafe, and the coolest thing I think is that Dream Hall has a convenience store, GS25, right next to it. So all the other dorm buildings have to walk to the GS25 that you have right next to the Dream Hall, and that is why it's actually really good when you live in Dream Hall. And yeah, you get your food from GS25 and you warm it up in the microwave, and then you go to your dorm room and eat. And that is all I know about the dormitory at Konkuk University in Seoul, South Korea. I hope it was interesting to see how a dorm could look like, and for the ones that are going to study there, I hope you have an amazing time. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you very, very soon. Mwah! Bye-bye!